Good morning. 19 April, and yes, the rumors are true. I'm leaving. I'm going on the ATV. It's the long weekend up here in Canada. Victoria Day weekend. We're still kind of a monarchy here. We're showing some worship to Queen Victoria still. Anyway, it's a long weekend, and in my line of work, most of us get the Friday too. If you don't take the Friday, then you get it somewhere else, but that's the perk of the job. And yeah, these guys are displeased. They can tell I'm leaving, and let's get on our way. We're gonna go south of the Pembroke Petawawa area on the ATV and see if we can get permission from a farm there that has a bunch of junk across the road in the field and in the woods. I'd like to get in there and film that. It'd be great. So we'll go see them and see if they mind, see if they're home, see if they mind, see what we see. Out. Let's go for a ride. So we're going to take some marked roads, rural roads, dirt roads, some pioneer roads, some marked, some not, and outright trails. It's kind of a wild area, so you can just about ATV anywhere. So this is interesting. A trail that I'm taking cross country has crossed this old landing strip that I think the government, the military used to use at one time. And it might even be a emergency landing strip, just, you know, in the middle of nowhere if a plane has to come down, a big plane. It's quite something to see. I've seen it on the maps before. I know back in the day there used to be buildings here. Maybe they did parachuting or something, but yeah, interesting. I think this has me getting my bearings right. I think I got to go that way, but let's check this out. Touchdown! Well, that's amazing. Pretty neat. I just realized I drove the whole length of that runway. That's big. I could land a very, very large plane. I forgot my phone, didn't I? In the car, in the van. Bloody hell. I gotta go back. I need that for maps, the quad on maps in case I get lost in the woods, and or Google Maps. I'll be back. Grumble, grumble. Yes. Come here, phone, I need you. When you buy a Ontario Federation ATV pass, they encourage you to get the Quad On app. It's a map system app, which shows trails both open and closed, because there's still quite a few west of the area that are not developed with that crushed limestone dusting yet on the old railway beds, and they'll be marked in red. But it also just shows you generally where you are. I must be using Google Maps technology, I assume, but I'm going to spool it up here, and I smell gas. I smell gas. Is it this fuel tank? Oh, it is too. I gotta watch that this doesn't get too heated up and expand. That's where I smell it. Handy dandy little fuel tank. I think I showed that. It keeps me from strapping a can onto there. Okay, so let's get going a different route, and we'll stay out of that signed area. I think it's fine. I think it's absolutely fine. Obviously everybody around here goes on it, but knowing what I know now, I'll go around. I won't push the envelope out. Private property. What the hell? Okay, well, that was a bus. I was surprised. I thought that was kind of provincial land in there, but the sign says no trespassing, so we're gonna respect that. So we came back out. So this is old pioneer country too. All these old trails and logging roads. Municipal road ends. So there's some camps in there. There's a back of a farm in there. Somebody's property. Here we have an old original log in there, old cabin, all nicely redone, nice property, private property. So I'm gonna rejig this Volta here, sorry, the GoPro to the Volta, and get ready for possible junkyard filming. See what happens. See you there. Yeah, rockin' old bus camper. And up here we have some old-time cabins. I don't know if they're being used anymore. Check out the old bridge footings. I wonder how old that is. We're actually on the edge of Algonquin Park. We're getting in a little deep. Here we are on location, where I seen some vehicles across the road last year coming back from Office Rocker Oilers, and apparently there's a whole bunch of stuff around. The owner's super nice. He granted me permission to go around and just film, so I'm tickled pink. I'm in my glory here, and it's a nice day. It's nice and cool. Here we go. Let's see what we get. So as I may have said before, this is private property. Permission's been granted. Very nice Polish heritage family here. Location undisclosed. It's in the Ottawa Valley. That's all you're gonna know, so don't ask Cactus. Here we go. We're gonna start with a square body. Square headlights, square body with a plow. All right, still lots of those whipping around the Ottawa Valley on the road. Here's yet another one. It's got some fancy old rims on it, and it has historic plates. Dig that. An old ski rule snowmobile hood. Here we have a Le Mans, Pontiac Le Mans, with a Ram Air hood or something like that. It's not a GTO, is it? I don't know. Here's a Buick Skylark or something, also for sale. Needs a little work. Convertible. The first car I ever got was a '64 Skylark convertible. Just a little payment from my parents for working their campsite when I was a young lad. something to tinker on. Never got it on the road. It was pretty rough. Here we have some old British car, I think. Mercedes, maybe German. Cool. Here's the 1980s Yuckmobile Shadow or Sundance. Yeah, that is a Mercedes, an old Mercedes. An old Mercedes. And I could see up behind the barn there is a pile of stuff. And he said he doesn't mind if I check it out. So there's the grill for the Mercedes. That's cool. Right on. So that's just the start. An old case tractor. Neato. Check out the old mini dozer. Those used to be a little more popular in farms back in the day. That's old. It's a gas too. 3-cylinder. Wow, that's neat. Now here's some old stuff. 1930s or 1920s. Just the little carcasses left. Another old dozer. Another tractor. He's got a lot of stuff here. Oh my God, look at the spectacular view here. Look where this person lives. Super nice guy. Oh my God, there's just a ton of stuff down there. Okay, we're gonna have to go down there and come back. Looks like something you'd see in the airport in Grand Theft Auto. Little old retro forklift. Another square body. Tractors. See the old stone hedges? Words are hard. Perfectly lined stone hedges. They would have been everywhere, dividing properties. It's just that some old pioneer places have rotted and gone away, and over the decades other owners of properties have scooped up those, or they've been sold off to other people. There certainly used to be a lot more farms, because you could walk through the thick of the bush sometimes in the middle of nowhere and you'll come across these stone hedges, so you can tell where things used to be, where fields used to be. But because they built log structures with rock foundations, it can be sometimes hard to tell where they lived. Sometimes you'll find a foundation. Oh boy, there's a bunch of cars here. This is crazy. This is pretty good for the Ottawa Valley. Old doors, we got old wheels from back in the day, 30s or 40s. Flathead engine. Old differentials. That's old stuff. Another 1930s body. This must have been in the family for a long time. So look at all the old I-beams and wheels, chunks of body, transmissions, wooden spoked wheels. Boy, you know, there's a lot of good parts here. Not all perfect, but like doors like this sell for wall hangers and other things. Guy's sitting on a gold mine. I feel very, very lucky and privileged that he was so quick to agree to let me in here. That's your valley hospitality right there. Another old differential. One of you old boys know what these were called. Tube something. Axles, differentials. Old oil drums, tons of rims, wheels, bumpers. It's funny how they threw it all up here. Tractor seats. Tractor grill. What is it this? I have a tractor grill hanging on my wall at home. Cock chute. That's nice. That's a beauty. Wow. Well, that wall was fascinating. Now, some cars. Pontiac Biscayne. This is going to be a lot of footage. This could be a long video. I think another Pontiac. No, a Chev. Be a 58. 58 Chev. Square body Suburban. Here we got a Rambler. Office Rocker Oiler had one just like this in high school. After he was captured and transported from the Bavarian Alps to Canada. From the cave they found him in. And they tried to tame him. And they failed. He's some kind of Wookiee. Some kind of Sam Squanch. Bigfoot. He's a mystery. More junk on the rocks. Now we got a ton of tractors. Massey, the Waterloo Manufacturing Company, Waterloo, Ontario, sold by Massey Harris, they had Massey Ferguson, Waterloo, well, Southern Ontario. Case tractor. Some stripped down mini tractors, little farmalls probably and stuff. Little tiny ones. They're handy little suckers. A sweet old Ford, 1 ton. More doors and Plymouth hood. Fenders from the 1930s. Oh my God. Back to the square body. Okay, back to the top of the hill. Whew, just climbed that big hill. Another stripped down tractor. I can't believe how much stuff they have. And this is only the farm side. We have to go across the road yet. Big old, is it a Thunderbird or a Lincoln? I think it's a Lincoln. Yeah, it's a Lincoln Mark Roman numerals IV 4. I don't remember. Continental. A Dodge truck. Got a colleague I see every week almost, has a Dodge truck. I can't remember the year. Nate, if you're listening, I know where there might be parts. If you know what year this is. It's an old Dodge anyway. Here we have I should know the symbol, but I can't remember. 1940s. I don't know. Here's a huge potato car here. Well, they call these potato cars. This one has a trunk, more substantial trunk, and it is big. Pontiac, these things here, the chrome things, were an indication. Probably a straight 8 because it's got a huge long hood. What are you? A Buick, a big Buick. Should I know that? Probably, because of the tendency for Buick to do the swooping down thing for decades on their cars. But look at the big fenders. You can just sit on there. I'd love to see under the hood. I don't really want to touch or move anything though. Shifting on the column, standard. What a big boat. That is huge. Here is a big Monarch. Monarch by Mercury. Monarch. Well, Monarchs that I'm familiar with are Mercuries. Before I head on, here's an old Ranchero 500. My childhood chum Terry, who sadly passed away a couple of years ago, his dad had one of these Rancheros, and he would work it. He was a pipe insulator. He would use the crap out of that thing. It was yellow, woody. He didn't know what he had. Nobody did they? We just used the hell out of our unique little vehicles. Dodge. Oh my, this is a good one. It's like 59, 58, 59. Kind of a Christine thing. Look at the fins. That's a beauty. This is a honey hole, this is. I think we're just getting started. Just getting started. A Custom Royale. Ain't that something? Look at those taillights sticking out. Jesus. You need a backup beeper on these. You backing up, be like, ah! Stop me! Wow. So if you watched my American little tour, looking for old vehicles and old houses and stuff, there was lots down there. Maybe a little harder to find in my parts. Old Jeep Wagoneer, V8 symbol, right there. I wonder if it's like which V8 it has, 304 or something, AMC engine. That's nice. And just so you know, people, this is not a channel of exclusively about finding old cars or old houses. It's like Seinfeld. It's a show about nothing, but something. But it's usually old cars that catch my eye, so there's going to be a lot of that. It's about promoting getting outside and getting in there deep and finding the hidden stuff. Don't forget to ask for permission. Don't trespass. Chevelle 307. You all know how I feel about those. It's a fine small block Chevy V8. It's not our favorite. We got some 80s stuff, some 90s stuff. Old Cutlass, older olds, big olds. Chevy, like Capri kind of thing, sedan. Another square body. 1880's Silverado. Here's a beauty. Thunderbird. The owner's coming. I'm gonna have a chit chat with him, I guess. Oh, old 56 or 55 Chevy. Wow. So that must be the dad of the guy I was talking to. He come out to have a chit chat. He's trying to sell me a Cadillac and a Lincoln from like the 80s or 90s. not for cactus. I got an old van I got to get rid of. Massey Harris pony. Still got the letterings on it. What nice people. There's a Ford. And let's not forget the Jeep. I love my Jeeps. Somebody did the eagle thing on it. Golden Eagle, I don't think it is, but it is. There's two Jeeps. Let me step back here. It is a Jeep with the metal cap on it, or what do you call it? Well, let's call it a cap. The metal cap. They are worth some money because they're an original add-on you could have ordered. And they're metal and you could work with them. All the glass is in it. I mean, the body's shattered. The frame's probably rotten, yes it is. But there's so many good parts, especially the topper. Cap, topper. Another one might be a homemade cap on it. This is an F250, 8 lug, big tires, a little bit of a monster truck going on here. A big lad. Probably a standard. I don't see a shifter on the column. Wow. Square body 6500, yay, S10 or S15 rather. No, S10. But the square body. Another Buick Skylark convertible. They like their Buicks here. Let's get a look at. Oh, we got those nice bucket seats. What company made those? They made a lot of the American car bucket seats back in the day. It's got a console with a floor shifter. This was a deluxe Buick. She was. Now Subaru and a tractor. Okay. Well, I'm going to click off because I don't want to show too much of the property so nobody figures out where it is, and we're going to cross the road. See you there. I'll bet you that still works. Just got to go down the road here a bit. Well, there's that old truck cab. Last year, coming back from Office Rockers, I showed this from the Big Bertha camper. It's just jammed in here. What a shame. Anyway, the old, I'll assume Dad was pretty super nice too. He was on an old Honda 3-wheeler, the old big reds. So we're across the road now in these fields, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going around. And I think in those trees there, I could see some shiny things when I was driving by. So let's see what we got here. Just incredible honey hole, I tell you. Anyway, I told the old lad my name. I didn't say Cactus because that would be confusing to him. I tried to explain what I am. I'm a guy that takes film shots of old cars and stuff, and just outdoor stuff. And I have a channel on YouTube. I asked, do you have the internet? And he's like, no. Obviously, old boy couldn't be concerned with the internet. Don't blame him. Must be nice, actually. So I didn't bother to go into detail trying to explain what YouTube was. It would be too confusing. But that's life here deep in the Ottawa Valley. No hydro in some places. Some no plumbing. Definitely no internet everywhere. So here we go. Let's start with a steel wheel tractor. Yeah, baby. Look at that. I can hear an ATV going again. I wonder if he's going to come on over. And another tractor. It's a rubber wheeled one, but it's a Massey Harris. It's old too. It's got the old belt drive on the side. Square bodies upon square bodies. Bunches of square bodies. They're starting to disappear. Starting to get expensive for parts and stuff. Old Toyota. I should show a bit of that. Rotten rusty. Probably got a bad frame. See the old rakers here? They all got their tractor seats, most of them. See, they're nicely squirreled away. What's this one say? Frost and wood. I wonder where those were made. Southern Ontario or what? These ones are tin. Tin. Lots of old stuff. Skidoo. Wow, they didn't take nothing to the dump, eh? Tractor hood. There's an old car in there. I don't think I'll go crawling in there. Monte Carlo with some slotted magnesium rims. Oh, old tailgate Chevrolet. It's a shed full of stuff like crazy. Chainsaw, engine, small engine parts. Whew, a lot of stuff. Another shed. Oh my God, it's amazing. I can see cars dotted in the trees there like crazy. Gas cans, generators, washers and dryers. Even the loft is loaded with lumber and stuff. Look at this tree. This tree full of tumors or something. Big old spruce. Mini Cooper. Oh, lost my cactus hat. Get a grip. Let's get a better angle here. Look at that. These are such neat tiny cars. Still got the little tiny hubcaps on. I wonder what size these old tires were. See the old slider windows? I wonder if it still slides. Wow, just as basic as a 1940s vehicle, these Mini Coopers. Oh, where to go next? It's hard to navigate. Here's an old Mercury pickup truck. The other division of Ford. They're getting pretty rare, Mercury trucks. That would be 68 going up into 70 or so. Maybe 71. Did I just bypass these snow machines? Evan Root Skeeter. Missing a seat. It's like a nice body. And then Snow Cruiser. Snow Cruiser 25. At least they got it covered. Oh, there's another Honda three-wheeler with the RS end missing. They needed the axle somewhere else, I guess. All right, to the field. So now we're back in the field. Another square body. Lots of square bodies. A snow machine that looks Not too battered, from the 80s or 90s. A nice grill and fenders. There's a Terrajet, like an Argo but 4 wheels. I think they're supposed to float too, sort of amphibious. Case tractor, orange one. Chevrolet truck. Yeah, 1930s. The girls are always gone. Here's the Chevy. Volkswagen station wagon. If you've seen Office Rocker, Euler and I ATVing in the woods, we came across a battered one like this, a yellow one. This one's more intact, has all its glass. Some rare parts there. I doubt they're interested in selling anything off, because it's kind of their own personal museum. That's a Dodge Dart or something. But there's a gold mine in parts here. It'd be a shame if they ever crushed it. This panel van is probably British, I'm assuming. A little hard to tell. A lot of stuff missing off it. I'm in a whole other spot here. It looks like a little 4-cylinder would have fit in there, so it probably is British. Not much room under the hood. Potato car. 1930s. Love seeing that old stuff. Old stuff that's darn near 100 years old. No grill, of course. So that's a Valiant, Plymouth Valiant. Confirmed that's a Chrysler product. Early 40s. See if we can get a read on it here. General Motors, Canada Limited. You might get a year off it maybe, but not important. Before I step away, we got a VW microbus here. As Arlo Guthrie used to like to call them. VW microbus loaded with implements of destruction. We figured one pile of garbage was bigger than 2 little piles, so rather than bring that one up, we decided to throw ours down. Alice's Restaurant. 20-minute long song. Make sure you listen to that. Arlo Guthrie. It'll change your life. Ford Falcon. Most likely. Or something like it. Early 60s. I see an R, so it's a Ford. So most likely a Falcon. I'd love a little car like that, actually. Even a 6-cylinder. Just a nice little economical runner. Vintage car in the summer. Sunday drives. Late 60s, early 70s. Ford. What were they called? I don't remember. The old original Stonehenge. These are nice and straight too. Not really falling apart or falling down. Oh, I hate to backtrack and go all the way back here, but we got another 1930s something or other. 2 of them, in fact. Well, if that's 30s, it's late 30s. But it might be 40s. I get a kick how they really were obsessed with throwing everything along the Stonehenge lines on the property. It's fascinating. It looks like an old Jeep cab, Jeep Wagoneer or something, or Jeep truck. Got 1930s stuff that's getting toasty. 1930s again. Like the one I just seen in the bush on my last ATV trip, the open roof. Either had a leather top or something other. I think one of those old sheds with the top thing on it. Can you see? was a sugar shack maple syrup. They would have boiled it in there and it would have steamed out of there. Then we got a Royal Rambler, possibly a ragtop. Unfortunately, it's covered up with metal and trees. You can't see too much. Yeah, just a vinyl top, not a ragtop. Nova, sedan, 4-door Nova. I find these Ramblers intriguing because, you know, the company went away and turned into AMC, and that went away. And Office Rocker had one in high school, so I always found them intriguing. Always did a study of them. Another F100. GMC back there. How do I navigate this? Piles of parts. What do we got here? A Firebird. A gutted Firebird. There's a 1930s. Still got the wheel on it. The wheel's rotting off. Skidoo propped up against it. 1930s truck, maybe. It's too bad so much is stripped off these. Nice to see something complete with a grill in it and that. I told the old lad he could be charging admission here. I explained to him in Georgia, Old Car City, in White, Georgia, you know, they have over 1,000 cars. This place certainly doesn't have 1,000, but they charge for people to come in and do a tour. You know, they could do that here too. But I don't imagine they'd be into that. Just seemed like, what a bunch of parts. Nice, simple farming folk. Doing things the old-fashioned way. Super friendly. Very, very gracious. Thank you to them. I'm going to see if that's the son I talked to initially, if he ever has access to the internet, to watch out and about. Kind of give them an eye-opener as to what they have here. Volkswagen Bug. Yes. Yes. This little trail is getting blocked off. God, there's more down here. I'm going to have to come back. Strato Chief. I had a 61 Strato Chief myself. This is later 60s. Chevy sedan in there. There's more down here. Oh, not much though. Not much. What do we got here? It's the newer section. Chevy Caprice, 90s, and another Lincoln. They like their Lincolns. A shed. Here's the end of the stone hedge from the other side. Yeah. All right. Click off, head back. Anybody into Beamers? Old BMW. That's an oldie. That's those nice years. They had those interesting rims, the rings. Nice little sporty car, if you're into those. Not my cup of tea. Got that rally car look with the fog lamps. If you're a Beamer fan, you're welcome. Big Ford. Oh, those years, the Malaise years. Whatever it is. Maybe some kind of sporty LTD. I'm going to stick to the woods here and creep through in case I miss something. I was almost going back to the field. 90s Ford, maybe 80s. Rotten. Really beautiful body style trucks. It's just the only setback for me in wanting to obtain one is the fuel injection technology they put on them. They were using old you know, 302s, 351s, 306s, and they were slapping fuel injection onto these old technology engines. They worked, but they weren't very efficient, and it was a kind of a mishmash. That's a Datsun or something, or a Toyota, but they were still better than when they started to try and get electronics with feedback carburetors and this other garbage. Anyway, today it's they've got it all figured out for the most part. The fuel injection and the diagnosis isn't all as terrifying as it used to be. Lots of modules in them that monitor everything, so you can talk to those computers and get pointed in the right direction for repairs. Hey, here we got like a 351 400 or so modified. What do we got here? 351. Not necessarily modified. I guess it would say an M if it was. They were a good engine. I can't remember how efficient they were, but they were good. Good straight up engine. Heavy, big things. Looked like a big block. 1930s, what's left of it. Another steel wheel tractor. Lighting's bad. McCormick Deering. Wow. Ain't that something? Chunky steel wheels. Well, it was better than horse and buggy, but that is some old technology. Carburetor's gone. Or was that where the carb went? No, maybe not. Yes, it was. Carburetor's gone. Here we have a Maverick or a Mercury Comet. Here we have a Vega again, or a Pontiac Astra. I had one of these. A beige Maverick. That looks like a Comet. It's a little fancier. I bought it off Office Rocker Euler, actually. My young 20s. He had sold it to someone in the city of Ottawa nearby where he was living at the time. And I don't know if he did some sort of handshake payment plan with this cat, and he wasn't paying. So, being the ogre that Office Rocker is, he repoed that car. Without complication, I think, and took it back, and I bought it off him and used it as a winter car, because I was driving a vintage 63 Pontiac at the time, and I didn't want to drive in the winter. What is this? This beautiful pedestrian impaling fins. Chrysler product? Oh, what is it, an Imperial? Or... dang, it'd be nice to know. So many pine needles on it. What a beauty. Quite shattered though. I cannot see the engine. It'd be some great big sloppy V8. What a shame. Whatever body style those were, and the Pontiacs and Chevs and Oldsmobiles. I think that's an Olds. Cutlass or something. Another Jeep. A super rusty Jeep. Here's a Mercury Bobcat wagon. They would have been 2 doors. Now, didn't we run into one of these somewhere in the last ATV trip, maybe? S15, S10, gorgeous Ford, F100. It's got the roll bar on the back there. Here's a Ford, 2-door, no, 4-door, missing the back handle. She's pretty toasty. Ford Custom. Custom 500 or just a custom, I don't know. Wow, it just keeps going. And going. Yeah, the black flies are trying. I've got my hat doused in bug spray, thank goodness. This is about the time of year up here when they would be starting to bite. They don't bite me a lot. I'm too bitter and crusty. I'm usually okay with them. But some people, they love, like my daughter. Hey, Renault Le Car. Anybody remember these? Renault Le Car. Reminds me of high school. French car, Renault. 3 lug nut hubs. Another square body. Ah, what's this big long Gothic looking car here? Wow. We'll have to come back around the other side. After we get this Jeep Wagoneer, kind of like John Candy's in The Great Outdoors. A woody Wagoneer. LTD like thing here. Sedan. Okay, what do we got here? Buick, another Buick. Doesn't have that slopey thing though. Look at how huge and bubbly and heavy these cars were. Buick 8. Straight 8. Fuel was cheap. You didn't worry too much about fuel. Are these actually like supposed to open for cooling? What a big bubble of a car. Old Caravan. Chevette. 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 It's the Chevette corner. Old British car. Another LTD 500 or something back there. Here's your typical small block Chevy. Old doors from the 30s. Holy moly, where do I go here? Another Jeep Wagoneer. 1930s. That's cool. There's the front of this Jeep Wagoneer. Do I need to get back here? Anything interesting? An old little truck from the 70s. Or Japanese 70s. Another Mercury big boat. Marquee or something. Skip that. More old differentials, frames. Dodge. The nice years with the metal grill. I like that. It's an extended cab. They didn't make a ton of those. General Motors never got into that. The square bodies. Or their trucks before that. They didn't make extended cabs. Big Caprice or something. Another tractor. 1978. Green plate. Chevy GMC. Oh, step side. Short box. Oh, what a shame. Such nice body styles. Nice and chunky. Elliott Motors in Pembroke. I actually remember that. On this Cadillac. Or 88. Is that an Olds? I think it's an Olds. 1930s. Yeah, all the 30 stuff is really pulled apart. what they had in the roofs. It was leather or what? Boy, if I would have waited much longer, it really would have been growing in. Lots of square body stuff. Back to the car, and we're at another Mercury Comet. Love these years of Chevy GMC trucks, body style. Short box. Toasty toasty, another square body, another early 60s that I like. Pretty toasty. There she is. A lot of trees in the way. Another potato car. All stripped out. And another Volkswagen Bug. And we might be at the other end. Oh, there's another one. Older. Tucked in the woods there. Cool bumper. Oh boy. Look at all the parts. Wow. Honey hole, as they call it. I'm gonna go back and give those guys a hug, I think. Well, we'll see what we find on the way back. I don't know. And just when you think you've seen it all, there is airplanes. And more snowmobiles. What's with the planes? It's just plain parts. Might be an old crop duster or something. Nice old tractors. Oh yeah, there's a 1930s. More riding mowers. And hey, this one finally has a grill. It's got no doors, but it's got a grill. Rusty grill. No fenders. Cool. Nice old tractors. Farm all. Neat. That's those ones that sit off to the side there for a way that they used to plant rows. Okay, I think that's about it for this place. I'm gonna go say a big thank you. 1886, this whole farm.
But from
Family
the queen,
farm.
not from the queen.
From the Queen.
From the queen.
Was he in the military or?
No.
No? 1886, so it would have been the pioneer days.
Yeah.
Make a homestead. So what do we have here? Ford.
Ford, yeah.
What year?
26.
26. Even older than the 30s.
Yeah, it's the Model T.
Model T.
It's insured and everything.
Wow. That's the stuff I like to find. 1920s, 1930s.
26. That's the one with the pedals.
Pedals.
Yeah.
Can we see that? I got a light here.
See?
So fuel, brake, clutch, or what do we have?
No, the outside on that side. It's in neutral now. It's in the middle.
Right.
And when it's high gear, you let that go, and the pedal goes up. That's high gear. But no, down it goes. It goes high gear. Then when you come to a hill or something, then you press it all the way down and it's low gear.
That's fascinating.
And the middle one is the reverse.
Yeah.
And outside here is the brake.
Wow. Oh, there's a Kentucky symbol there. I was just there.
Yeah.
Is this car, do you know where it's from?
Eh?
Do you know where it's from?
Oh, yeah.
From here? From the area?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know the guy that had it. Yeah.
Is there a roof?
I had these things, but the roof is rotten.
Yeah.
I have the. Yeah.
You can get all that stuff in the USA.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
At Mark's at what? I have the book in that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for explaining it.
Yeah.
I always like the story behind it. Ain't that something?
I had to make that wheel.
Oh, you had to make it?
Yeah, the wood. Well, I could have got it, from Max, but I made it.
I see lots of them around rotting away, the old wooden wheels. I really like the stone hedge with all the parts on it. It's pretty neat. Something to see.
Yeah, it's insured and everything else.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be here. Dust, I have to clean it up.
Yeah, you'll have to get it out again.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Well, thank you. Really appreciate it. Just taking some old pioneer roads here, but they end. I thought you could get through on a trail, but they end. They have gates, so there's some of these camps, I guess. But here we have an abandoned, look at the old gas can, an abandoned trailer that it looks like somebody lived in because they strive to insulate the bottom. Some old hermit shack. Wow, newspapers. Can we get a year here? 1987. Put a light on here. 87. Ronald Reagan. Milwaukee beer cans. Export A Green Death cigarettes. This is the foyer. This is the trailer. Another year check. Toronto Star, 87. No animals in here, I hope. Ratty old couch. The old wood stove. Yeah, somebody was trying to exist here like all year. There's a room in the back too. Bedroom. Nice old wood stove. What do we got here? Doesn't say. I got an extra light here. Bachelor pad only. The calendar says 86. May of 86. Oh, today's May 19th. Look at the old ice box. Now is that a fridge or is that an actual old ice box? Looks like a mouse home for now. Oh, still got food in it. Oh my God. It might have been a propane fridge. Ice King. More likely that's what it was. He liked the cigarettes. Green Death. There's the hot Scottish lady. Lots of mouse nests. Make sure nothing's going to come leaping out at me here. Cribbage board. Jesus! Scare the crap out of me. Encore coffee, that's retro. I haven't been in an abandoned place in a long time. Oh, we got 87 here. 87, March. Madawaska Building and Supply Company. Barry's Bay. There's a cool old tobacco can. $3.69 for the tin. A pack up here would cost you, oh, who knows, 15 or more dollars for name brand cigarettes. I don't even know. Alright, let's be careful here. Oh, I hope nothing comes leaping out of me. Yay! President's Choice Premium Draft Beer. Cheapo beer. Export gross beer. Spark plugs. There's a little Jesus thing there. Statue. Jesus statue. Well, it's a short tour. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. There's a cool old ashtray. It probably had a ornament or something here. Those are collectible, actually. Neat to see something unique and old in here. Alright. That's that then. Interesting. I'm kind of working my way back to the caravan on this obscure pioneer road where most of the pioneer farms are gone. There was one at the beginning of it, but there's this cross shrine here on this man-made berm. So I'm willing to bet there was probably a church out here at some time and maybe a few more pioneers. Ah, information. Information. Put the light on here, see if this helps. Cross built and erected by the family of Nicholas Burchett in celebration of his 100th birthday in memory of the first Polish pioneer families that settled in this area. 2004. Well, that's neat. That's what I always say. It's amazing, and you don't know where people used to live. As old Adam was saying at the junkyard farm there, that homestead is his grandfather's, given to him by Queen Victoria. Litter, bloody skidooers and ATVers. I don't have a bag. Yeah, they were granted that land to promote settlement in the area. What did he say? 1860 something? We'll have to review that and see. So, reading something like that, you really got to keep a sharp, keen eye out. I mean, lots of places have gates with trails going in, so private property, but there could be things lingering in the woods. You just never know. If you had all the time in the world to crawl around and sneak around, you might find something. Another one. Another shrine thingy. but there's no plaque, no information. Anyway, it's a big Polish area, and Poles are predominantly Catholic, so they're into all this crosses and Jesus stuff, I guess. See what I mean? The stone hedges just in the middle of the bush on this old trail. Old pioneer trail. So when you see that stuff, that is 1800s. That's clearing the land, coming in, cutting trees, picking all the rocks out of the field. Oh, here we are. We're at the other end now. I just followed an old stone fence into the woods and across maybe some overgrown hilly fields, and there's an old pioneer settlement here, old barns, but I'm not going to touch anything because I'm just going to pass through, do my loop around, because not that the grass is cut, but it's been like sheared by a tractor and something. It's not overgrown, so someone maybe gets here once in a while and whacks this down. Looks like it hasn't been done in a long time, but I think I'll just walk on through. A smaller seed shed there or something. Here's some junk piled on the rocks. What do we got here? What's lurking around beside the old shed? Old cans, glass. Chunks of steel and saw blades. There's a bunch of old bottles. Don't look terribly old. An old pot, kettle. Stove parts, angle iron bed, oil cans, extra pressure gear and axle oil, Massey Ferguson. Neat. All right, let's just leave this alone and see if we can find our way back. Wow. Well, this way, I think. I got my bearings right. On we go. Hi, there it is. On we go. We're getting closer to the caravan, little by little. Side-by-side or a moon buggy right down the highway. Ah, what are you gonna do? Well, that's the end of the Upper Ottawa Valley Victoria Day weekend ATV tour. Now, I've been looking at that farm. Not looking at it, but I spotted it last year on the way back from Office Rockers, as I discussed. And it was always in the back of my mind to go back there and ask if I could shoot some video of their neat collection of old stuff. But it ended up being 10 times better than I could have anticipated. It was a honey hole. It was spectacular. Thank you, Adam. old Adam, and for showing me your old 1920s Ford there. That was super cool. So much stuff. Real good museum. And to Adam's son too. I met the son first. His name escapes me. I forget. I caught their last name. I'm not going to say that. I don't, like I said, I don't want anybody getting wind of it and pulling into their property like I did, and ask them to look around. So that's my little secret. Stuff's out there. If you see it, you gotta ask, I guess. Hope for the best. They were very gracious, really nice. And then we seen an old hermit house, an old hermit trailer in the woods. Definitely abandoned. That was cool. Good day, real good day. So we're gonna load this puppy up, strap her down, and head home. Thanks for watching. I'm Cactus with Out and About, and stay tuned for the next one. I have no idea what's going to happen. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. We're getting there, doing our best. Take care. Mwah.